It's 105.3 iHeartRadio. It's the voice of DJ Scream. I got a special homie that just pulled up on me. We're about to have one of them conversations. Glasses Malone is here. What's up, my brother?
Yeah, what's the deal, man?
How was your trip into the ATL?
Solid. This time it was hella solid. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was funny as the first time I came because Dad's had Corrupt picked me up from the airport.
Okay.
So that was like my entry today, and I'll never forget. We sagging in and shit. We leave the airport, and the police pull up next to us. And, you know, L.A., nigga, you just always looking at other people because you just kind of looking. You just hella attentive. And there was a policeman next to us. It was a brother, you know what I mean? And we ain't, you know, you don't see too many brothers that's police at home. You do, but not nowhere near.
Right.
I kept seeing them.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this man in his car, and that motherfucker looking, like, what the fuck you looking at?
Yeah.
And he drove off, and Dad said, man, you could take off your face, man. We in Atlanta, dog. It's black people. Everybody black.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. That's
that was
crazy.
my experience here. So coming back, it was dope. Like, it's like the fourth time I've been here, so I kind of see the lay of the land at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. So what brings you to the ATL this time? You walked in the proper fashion, cassette tape.
Yeah.
This is my second cassette tape this week. Shouts to Killer Mike too. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is vintage.
Cancel These Nuts, man. My new project, and really just relaunching my brand. Took some time to learn hip hop, learn records, learn marketing, and now it's on.
So let's talk about cancel culture, because you know I'm an '80s baby.
Yeah.
So, you know, from comedians to entertainers to anybody is like, you know, say what's on your mind, that's what's on your mind. Now, I might not agree, you know what I'm saying, but we're supposed to have freedom of speech. That's what we told all in school and all that shit.
Sure.
Freedom of speech, say what you want, say what you want. But if you say what you want and say how you feel these days, then everybody wakes up, cancel this person. Now, people like me and you, we won't fear that because we are who we are, we're going to be who we are.
Facts.
But I just think that just the effort and attempt to try to take some food off of somebody's plate just because of their opinion or fact or whatever, you know what I mean, is just messed up. So how you feel about it?
Ironically, like, it only could work if white people is controlling your conversation. If Pepsi is paying your bills. Because cancel culture can't rock us. We gonna play R. Kelly music right now. We're gonna let him do his time.
But hold on, Glasses. You got a lot. You got a lot of the big pro-black woke mobs, different people mobs coming together trying to cancel way more than even the.
But that don't matter. How they cancel you is they get the sponsorships, the Pepsis, the Cokes, and McDonald's to pull money from you. We not turning our back on nobody.
Right.
We ain't finna not play Puff Daddy new album. We not finna not do none of that. So I always looked at, long as the streets empowered you, long as the culture empowered you, you'll be fine. But once you become a product of Pepsi, you know what I mean, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, they gonna take the money from you. Like right now, how they doing Puff and all that shit going on with him. There's allegations and they snatching TV shows. That's them white people writing him checks. I mean, long as he stay true to us, making sure what we pay him, he gonna be fine.
So needless to say, Glasses Malone, cancel culture.
That's a joke.
Middle finger to it.
I ain't looking for the Pepsi to give me a dime.
I ain't gonna say that, but I feel you.
Yeah, I'm not looking for him to give me a dime.
You're not looking for it, but if it comes, you'll take it.
I mean, if they want to pay a Crip, I'm in.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'll be a Crip.
Yeah, got you.
You know what I mean? Just like you know when you get Snoop when he's on the Super Bowl.
You gonna get Snoop, he gonna light one up.
Man,
and
all this is happening.
This is what it is.
So if it take me an extra 10 years to get there, like Ice-T, you know what I mean? Shout out to my OG Ice-T. But if it take me a little bit more time for y'all to see this Crip, it ain't gonna change.
Right.
Feel me? I got time.
Why you think the world's so sensitive now?
Oh, it's a great question. I don't think they really sensitive. I think everybody want to look like a good person. People don't want to walk around and be a good person. They want to look like it. I was looking at this Chris Rock special that came out, I think, New Year's, when everybody was looking for his response back to what happened with him and Will. And he was talking about Lululemon and how they charge $100 for yoga pants. And it's like, oh, we give money back to people. We give money back to people. And we give $70 back to people. Why not just charge $30 for the pants? You know what I'm saying? But it looks better when you overcharge somebody money for something and then you say, oh, well, we giving money to this. That's everybody's sales pitch.
So we in the logistical way, we would say that would say we're in the perception era.
Hands down.
But in Atlanta, we just going to say, oh, so capping. That's what's going on, a bunch of capping.
Social media, you can achieve who you want to be to the public.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Like, when I first came in hip-hop, you know what I mean? When I first 2006, 7, 8, 9, you actually had to when I first came to Atlanta, people heard about you.
Yeah.
And they had to hear about your reputation, and it came from other people.
Yeah.
Now they could just look at your Instagram, and you could look at certain people. They look like they got some of these niggas. You swear they got millions upon millions of dollars, and these niggas might got 10,000. They Amazoning money to themselves. They Amazoning Prime money to themselves from that little fake money, and they putting it up on their ear, and they selling the perception. So it's definitely, I like that, the perception there.
We talk about that a lot on Big Facts though. Like, so is it? But listen, we seen a lot of people fake it till they make it and made it, right? So are they doing the wrong thing?
Now, I mean, if it'll never be what they want it to be. Even the made it ain't what they want it to be. That just ain't really true.
Hold on now. I'm talking to my brother now.
Yeah,
I don't see some big fake fugazi chains that turn into something else 2 years later.
It's still fake, but now they got some money to buy the fake chain. You know what I'm saying? So, no, like, yeah, I'm not against the fake it till you make it. I'm not with that.
Right, me either.
You know what I mean?
Right. I don't want it if it's not mine. I don't want it if that's me.
Well, what's crazy is I was talking to the homie about this death row shit where they was harassing Suge, and I'm like, I wish I would. Like when I wish Birdman would have paid for me a house and I didn't have to pay no bills, and he was giving me $50,000 a month.
Right.
You can keep all this. I'm gonna save the money.
Yeah.
You pay for all this, so I mean, I think I'm not against the fake it. It's not my style, but I don't think making it is what people think it is. You know what I mean? I think making it is a consistent work and effort.
I agree.
You look at somebody like Tip from when I first came down here, and when I first put out my first single, Tip is on. You know, this is what you know out. And I'm watching his whole career, like, and this is a perfect example of somebody I saw their trajectory happen. And I don't think he'll tell you making it is what everybody thought it was either. I think you got to consistently make it. You know what I mean? You can't rest on your laurels. Like
consistency is everything.
Yeah, so he looking to take another step. He would produce a film. Let me put it on television. Let me put it in the movies. Let me, you making it is every day. So, you can get $1 million. You know, you can got some money and you just run through that thing. So you got to make it every day. So faking it till you make it just don't work to me. Like, because you have to make it every day. Straight up.
You know, you coming from the streets and coming from the culture and evolving into the man that you are today. How do you feel when you look through your lens and your scope at the streets and the street culture? It's always been there. There's always been the streets and the things that go on in the streets. But, you know, as I talk to some of the homies, it just feels a little different of recently. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of it feels like kind of makes you want to throw your hands in the air, like not give up, but it just feels different. Does it feel different to you?
No, I don't mistake the rappers, you know, all the time as the streets. Sometimes I look at them as somebody who utilizes the streets to get to where they're going.
I'm looking more so at when you look at them news clips and you see how certain things, you know, okay, if you live in the hood or you're close to the hood, you kind of just know what's going on. Yeah. Tonight at the club, so-and-so and so-and-so, so you need to work, boom, right? Yeah. But now it's just kind of blindsided, like, what happened and why? Like, we don't know what happened.
Well, we just getting older, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we feel like the people that was us then, they still know what's up. But, you know, it's crazier drugs.
It's crazier drugs. People don't have no conflict resolution. It's 0 to 1,000.
They don't even know how to exchange with nobody.
Yes.
You know what I mean, they've been on social media and fellowshipping.
That's what I'm saying.
So when they see each other, they don't know how to react. So it is a little extra, but again, I also think sometimes we just getting older, so we not as tapped into why people are upset. But also, again, the drugs is crazier. I mean, the Percocets and all of the over-the-cation, psychotropic medication these dudes is taking is different. Again, they do lack a social set, you know, skills. They fellowship over the video game. You know what I mean? So they don't even go to the park no more and hoop up. They just be like, no, my 2K player got the best.
Hooping up, hollering at girls at the mall.
None of that. All in the DMs.
None of that.
So they don't really know how to interact with other humans as well as generations before. So I don't take it personal. I just pray for them, you know what I mean, and try to bring them outside so they could actually see other humans.
Exposure. Yeah. Exposure. What's some of the stuff you tell the young homies? Because we all want the young homies, like, you're obviously not the man you were at heart, but 20 years ago, you're a different person. You've grown, you know what I'm saying? So what's some of the stuff you tell the young homies so that they can live? Because that's what I'm preaching out here, live and grow.
It's weird to me that they want to fight broke. And you want to kill broke. Like I remember 2011, you know, having, you know, a ton of money and going to see my homeboys chilling on the block on the 7, and they like, oh, we got into it with these dudes, man. Man, could you buy some guns? And I'm thinking to myself, like, if I buy you the gun, who gonna buy the bullets? And that's not a joke, right? Like, if y'all don't have enough money to buy guns, you know what I mean? Like, how you gonna go to war? Like, you kind of, you know, at this point, you need to understand, like, this ain't worth it. I need to get some money. So I would tell them, like, hey, man, you need to be trying to sell some drugs or do something to go get some money. I don't care what you do. You can't do this for free. When I'm doing my thing in my heyday, man, we got a lot of money, so we buying all kind of stuff if we had a problem. They just looking for the activity of, you know what I mean? Like, y'all finna kill each other.
Let's get busy
for
the sake of just getting busy.
Yeah, trying to prove something. Everybody trying to prove something, and you know, when you broke, that's the whole point. You trying to prove something. So I never look down at it. Even now, I look at it like that's all you think you can prove. So you want the easiest, or what seems like the easiest way to prove to get respect on your name, to make you be something in the community, to be a soldier. And it's like being broke and not having nothing and not trying to figure out how to solve that problem that's your paramount issue. That's what you got to focus on.
That make a lot of sense.
Everything
man.
else that come with it, you'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as you do what you do, you know what I'm saying, and you use your voice on your platforms, you know, there's been times where I think you be saying some real shit, you know what I'm saying? But obviously there's been times when people are like, oh, this, and they take it this way, and they take it that way, and they take it that way. What's one of the moments you think, though, maybe you were the most misunderstood? Like you said something.
Tupac Must Die. Tupac Must Die, the song. When that song came out and that whole thing happened, that's to me where, like, I knew I had hip-hop right at its genesis and how to make it. Yeah. But it was also the first time I felt like what NWA made when they made Fuck the Police or any other dope like Luke. You know what I mean? When he came out with his shit, you know. And I felt that energy where, you know, when Snoop first came out and the church put the 1,000 CDs on the ground and rolled them over with the steam press. Because in my mind, I think it put out this idea that I didn't like this person versus me telling the street side of the story and morality, teaching culture in that way through an event that everybody knew about and a beloved figure. And it didn't matter to a lot of people. It was like, well, you just can't say this. And it's like that's not like, oh, you disrespected. I'm like, dog, if I'm a full-fledged Crip, like, for real. The way I would say it, if I wanted to be disrespectful, would not be somebody must die. I'm thinking hella Shakespearean and shit. Right. You know, artistic shit. And they like, oh, you dissed him. You said he must die. And I'm like, bro, that's not how somebody in the streets would say that. And that was the first time I realized how far mainstream or general population is away from street urban culture. Oh, man. They really had they was like, that. Well, you know, you said he must die. And I'm like, bro, that's not like a disrespect. Right. If it was an enemy, I wouldn't say.
You're telling the story almost. It's like a narration. Like,
that's there.
You're whoever, however it happened, this is what the quote unquote his ops were thinking. Like, it got to that point. So it's kind of like a narration.
Yeah.
But you have to like with street music or music in general, like, you have to respect the art of it. Yeah. Because it's the same thing. Like, if we go to an art exhibit and see, I don't know, some weird shit, a fucking turd or something, whatever it is.
Like Mona Lisa is a trans.
Right,
trans
exactly.
Right. Look like a man and a woman mix or something, yeah.
Exactly. Then it's like, if you respect art, you respect it. But if it's abstract to you, people fear what they don't understand. Right?
And to me, like, I thought I handled the whole situation with so much care. Like, there was no name calling about Tupac. Right. It's Tupac. Everybody loves Tupac. That's just crazy. But I thought I handled it with care, but again, that's the part of representing where we come from. These ghettos. I don't care if it's in Atlanta, West End, if it's Bank, you know, wherever the ghetto is, Watts, Compton, Oakland, whatever. This is the same moral front, like, you know what I mean. So long as I handle it with care and I feel like I represent the ghetto correctly, then I'm okay with whatever happens. But that for sure was the first time I learned a lesson in, like, you know what I mean? You have to leave. Wayne used to say that. Lil Wayne used to say that. You got to leave space to be misunderstood. Like, you got to be okay with people not getting it sometimes. That's just the business we in. That's just the life we live as artists. So I don't, whatever.
This is a direct question, man. What's up with your Lakers?
I ain't really. So I'm gonna tell you something I ain't said to nobody publicly this whole year.
Yeah.
I have not watched one Laker game this year.
Really?
I can't take LeBron fans, man. I like LeBron James, So, shout out to Bron and them, but his fans, man, are like,
I call them Bronsexuals.
Yeah, and they like Rihanna's Navy. You know what I'm saying? And they just get out of control,
the
dog.
The only more intense fans than LeBron fans are Beyonce fans.
Or Nicki fans. Nicki fans is crazy.
Nicki is the most intense
her fans is
they're number
silly.
1. Yeah.
So it's like you'll just see random stats on your timeline.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's the first person that had a hot dog at halftime.
Right.
He got 6 points in the first 3 minutes with these type of shoes.
Right.
I can't.
GOAT.
I can't. So I've been letting my Lakers do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
If we win, I'm celebrating with us. If we not, but I'm not entertaining no Laker conversation with no homies.
I got you.
This season, I'm logging up. I'm watching every other team. I've been rooting for KD.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life, I've been watching Clippers games. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a bunch of LA guys, Southern California guys on the team. James Harden's from the land, Russ from the land,
Westbrook.
PG from AV. You know what I mean? He's from LA County, and so is Kawhi Leonard. So like I'm watching some brothers from Southern California try to get this horrible franchise their first championship.
Yeah.
So it's so much other basketball to watch to where I don't have to entertain no Laker talk until Bron is not on the team. And when Bron is not on the team,
crazy.
I'll get back to watching my Lakers and enjoying them like a regular fan without all of this ridiculousness.
True story. Even though I got to ride with my Hawks, my secondary team was always the Lakers until they acquired LeBron James. Yeah. Anybody knows that follows me, you're a LeBron hater. I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm just a Jordan guy.
I'm not even a LeBron. I hate his fans.
I think
I love.
Yeah.
Oh, I like basketball.
I think you're clearing it up for me. Like I don't think I was like I don't dislike LeBron.
No,
he go hard. It's his supporters.
Them shits.
I don't even call them fans. I call them supporters.
They are cock jockeys.
You know what I mean?
And they just get out of control, and I just can't ride. So I let them.
You gotta let them have
it.
They
come colonize the Lakers. That's how I feel. They came and colonized the Lakers.
You gotta let them have
So I'm gonna let them go on and gentrify the Lakers for a few years.
Yeah.
And then when they get up out of there, I'll move back in the hood and set up shop like I used to do.
So another conversation. And I have no room to talk. I'm not being funny. I have no room to talk because the Falcons aren't great all the time. But why the Rams fall off so hard?
I don't even watch football.
Okay.
I ain't been watching football. I only when the homie Deshaun Jackson, you know what I mean? I went to some of his games, but they don't even pay them people. I ain't watching people. They got the white folks don't want to pay them niggas. Them niggas out there killing themselves. I can't watch that. I finna get into baseball. They gave the little Japanese man all that money. I'm like, I finna watch baseball.
Yeah.
I'd advise everybody take your kids out of football and basketball and put them in soccer and baseball. Them
saying
something for real.
You saying something?
Every football player, them people their mind be messed up, and then the basketball players they be hunched over and the feet be bad.
Yeah, knees bad.
Listen, they paid that man $700 million for 10 years.
Man, that's baseball though.
That's what we need to be playing.
Yeah,
for
sure.
All that football, your mom and Pop Warner, all the pretty pictures, man. Get this man a bat.
Yeah.
Put some stick on the ball.
I can respect that, man. So talking to you in the ATL, man. Who's some of your all time like, man? They can go like musically like that you rock.
There's so many people, man. Obviously, I'm a huge Toomp fan, so anything Toomp do.
Okay, that's solid.
A huge JD fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's funny, every day I wake up, every day I research, Lil Jon just goes higher up in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes I look at, it's easy to peg him in one light as far as a producer of the party of a Southern feel, but he also gave E40 his biggest record.
You know
what I'm saying? He also got 2 or 3 of the biggest records in the history of Thiz music.
I've been saying
hyphy shit.
I've been saying this
so
all
I'm
through
for him.
All through the Hip Hop 50. I've been saying y'all missing some names.
But to not, you know what I mean? So to not, like, he's somebody that constantly grows. And I really judge music based off of the producer. So
yeah,
a lot of
that's the backbone.
Yeah, like that's it. I mean, anything, the Dungeon Family stuff, working on any of that stuff, man. Like there's not pretty much no Atlanta stuff I don't like.
Yeah,
I pretty much like everything from Atlanta. There's nobody I don't like. You know what I mean? It may be somebody I don't listen to, but there ain't nobody I don't like. You know what I mean?
Who's your guy? Who's your go-to? Like when this producer plays beats for Glasses, you finna go crazy. Like who's your guy? Like you got Dre and Snoop, you got Zaytoven and Gucci, like that type of marriage.
From Atlanta.
In general. It ain't gotta be from Atlanta. Shit. Just in general. When you in the crib, when you in the lab, homie coming over, you excited because you finna hear that shit and you finna spaz.
Mustard is rising insanely high.
For sure.
You know what I mean? he's figured out ways to do some really special things. So Mustard is really high. I love what Hit Boy does, you know what I mean, from a critical standpoint. But I've really just been listening to the people I grew up listening to. Like, I'm looking forward to get up with Toomp. I'm gonna hunt down Lil Jon.
That's gonna be
I'm in JD.
I think you're in the wrong city with John. John in Miami. I think he's in Miami now.
I might have to bounce over. I've been DMing JD, so we've been politicking. I really want to get in their head, man, and start understanding what they know about records and stuff. So I really, the rap part of it is gonna come and go. It's always gonna be a new rapper, but the music is gonna stay the same. So I've really been looking into getting with the producers. That's the only thing on my mind. People making the music.
That's solid. That's solid. What's if somebody's not familiar, the first 2 or 3 records they should hit play on this project?
Fed Up. The Loke.
The Loke.
The Loke is important because that really showcased my growth.
And
probably Cancel These Nuts because the attitude of it. The first song. When you hear Cancel These Nuts, that's the attitude.
Does this say featuring Notorious Big?
Yeah, I had to do that. I'm gonna tell you why. The more I get into hip hop, I sample something off of one of his songs with his voice, and I feel like when we don't put their name on it, it's like we not contributing to their legacy.
I got you. I respect that.
You know what I mean? Like it was like I didn't make him a primary. It's not like that. It's just I want people to remember these people's name. I want you to remember Eazy-E's name. I want you to remember Tupac's name. Like Tupac ain't gonna have no problem, but to me, Biggie can easily sometimes. People don't give him as much love, as they should to me, or Eazy-E. So a lot of times I'm always paying homage. You know what I mean? I always put them on the.
That's solid, man. That's solid. Any final words for the people, man? 2024 talk.
Man, it's all good, man. Just go to the Crip store and buy it.
Okay.
www.thecripstore.com and grab a copy. Oh, check out my podcast, No Ceilings.
Yep, No Ceilings is classic. Salute to you on that. I can't wait for that Big Facts and No Ceilings collaboration in 2024.
The homie was putting me up on it, so I can't wait to come down here and do that. So.
Yeah, we got to do that. We got to do that. Much love and respect to you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You always got a home here with DJ Scream. Anytime you want to pull up, you know what it is. It's iHeart Radio. Glasses Malone, 105.3 The Beat. Salute.